Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Brenna Loury, and I am the Communications and Public Relations Coordinator of Startup Chile. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We're hosting this webinar to answer any questions that you might have about the application process or the program. So actually on the screen you can see where it says chat. So if you ever have a question or need to know something, just type your question there and I can answer it in real time. So we'll get started actually with the presentation that we've prepared for you. So, okay. So for those of you who don't know or don't know much about Startup Chile, it's a program created by the government of Chile to attract foreign entrepreneurs to bootstrap their startup businesses from Chile to the world. And it's a 6-month program where we give a $40,000 subsidy to all of the participants, a 1-year work visa, and access to Chile's most powerful financial and social networks. So we just opened the first 2010 application round on February 15th, and it will last until March 15th. So you have about 2 weeks left to upload your applications. Like it says here on the slide, it said there are 3 application rounds during 2011 because we hope to attract up to 300 entrepreneurs this year. And during each round, we will actually select up to 100 entrepreneurs. The overarching goal of Startup Chile is to have attracted up to 1,000 entrepreneurs before 2011. So, as it says on the slides, the first opening was announced February 15th. It will last 1 month until March 15th. And then the second round will be in July, and the third round will be in October. And during each of those, we hope to select, again, up to 100 startup companies. So, the selected participants will be announced on April 25th of this year after a judging process that will be both external and internal. And there are 2 dates when selected participants can arrive. They can arrive either on or before June 1st or on or before July 14th. Next slide. So we're just going to go ahead and start off into the frequently asked questions because we've actually had quite a few questions coming from people, applicants from all over the world wanting to know a little bit more about Startup Chile. So first question, one of the biggest questions that we have is, do we accept only specific kind of projects, a specific industry? A lot of people think that we only accept tech companies, which is actually not the case. We're actually looking to really diversify and select startups from any kind of sector. So if you have a startup company that is biotech related, energy related, tech, anything goes. The next question is, one of the things that we ask for in the application is for you to scan your entire passport. And yes, it's required, and yes, in fact, it is legal to ask that of you guys, because one of the stipulations of participating in the Startup Chile program, is that all participants, or all people who apply, cannot be residents of Chile. So asking for your complete passport is the only way that we can verify that information. So please be sure to upload every single page of your passport. And I have a question here from Jose. He says, I have 2 passports full of stamps. Do I have to submit them by pages? Yes, unfortunately you do. I'm sorry. it's kind of a pain, but you're going to have to do it anyway, and we'll just have to deal with the large file. But we just need to know if, in fact, you're currently living in Chile, or if you're Chilean living abroad. We have to have evidence of that. And Ernest says he has a question about the previous slide. What's up? Okay. So Ankur says he's just submitted his passport for renewal, and it will take 2 or 3 weeks until the new one arrives. So if you are in the process of applying for a new passport, you can just send us your most up-to-date passport, and that will work. And once you have your new passport, you'll have to send that to us as well with all the pages scanned. And then if you have more than one nationality, that doesn't matter. It can be more advantageous to you if you get selected, because some of the prices for obtaining visas to Chile vary by country. So depending on which country you come from, it may be cheaper to obtain the Chilean visa. But if you do have 2 passports, you only have to upload 1. Going to the next slide here. It says, do I have to apply in English? It's not, well, this is kind of a complicated question actually, because the judges who will be judging the Startup Chile participants are coming from all over the world. And the Startup Chile program, the overarching language is English, just because we have participants from Germany, from all over the world, from Argentina, from China. So the common language is English, and if you upload your application in French, not every single judge is going to speak French, and that could actually damage your application. So it's not particularly required, but we strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you apply in English. So Taylor says, is there someone involved with Startup Chile to give advice on personal and business tax issues? Yes, we do have a lawyer who works part-time with Startup Chile, and if you're selected into the program, you can get very personalized help from him. Going to the next question, can I stay in Chile after 24 weeks? Yes! We would love that, actually. That would be awesome. We want as many people to stay after the 6 months as possible. Clearly, we are not obligated to stay longer than the 6-month program, but you're more than welcome to stay afterwards. So that is definitely not a problem. And okay. Oh, Ernest had a question. Sorry, I missed that one. He says, what will be different when you arrive June 1st or July 14th? There won't be any difference. It's just to have a little bit more organization for us here in Startup Chile. So there's no difference to that. Each entry group will be given an orientation, so it's no problem, really. Here's another question. Zila says, I currently have a work visa subject to contract here in Chile, and I was wondering if I can apply with a Canadian partner and also a Chileno. Actually, you cannot apply to the Startup Chile program if you are currently living in Chile. That is just one of the major stipulations of the program. So even if you are a foreigner living in Chile, same rules apply. You cannot be a resident of Chile to apply in the program. But in your case, your business partner may apply from Canada, but you would not be able to apply. What if you decide after the 24 weeks that you want to leave Chile? Can we continue our company? Yeah, the program is specifically 6 months. So if you decide that you want to leave after the 6 months, that is more than okay. We cannot obligate you to stay any longer than that. Okay. So I'll go to the next question here. Another big frequently asked question that we get is, can I have my startup running when I apply? Yes, definitely. You can be working on your startup. You can be working at your day job and working on your startup at night. You definitely can have that, even if it is starting to show a little bit of revenue. That's still fine as well. And Jose asks, how do I know that you've received my submission? We will contact you once the application process is finished on March 15th. And actually, the week prior to the closure of the application process, we'll be contacting everyone as well just to make sure all the fields are filled out and the applications are complete, because we will not accept any applications that are not complete. Another frequently asked question that we have is, can I apply in the next round if I don't get selected? Yes, you can. So if you don't get selected this round, you can apply in July or October. Another question that we've been receiving pretty frequently is if all of the team members have to come to Chile for the 24 weeks. And no, they don't. Only one founder has to come, but you can bring as many team members as you'd like. According to the terms and conditions of the program, only 2 founders will be able to be reimbursed, or will be able to turn in receipts to be reimbursed by the program. But you can bring as many people as you would like, as long as they're stipulated on the application. There's a place in the application where you can list everyone who is coming with you. So that's how you can let us know. Jose says, from who are you expecting the letter of recommendation? Actually, Jose, there's a PDF of guidelines that we have uploaded to the site that says we accept letters from venture capitalists, from current Startup Chile participants, from experts in your industry, or people from your university. As I previously said, you can apply alone. You don't have to have a team of founders to apply. There's a lot of entrepreneurs who come to the program who do have families. Thank you. Thank you. If you have a family and you're interested in applying to Startup Chile, you're more than welcome to bring your wife, your husband, your kids, your dog. We have all of those cases here. In fact, there's one participant right now in Startup Chile that has 7 kids, so it's doable. Let's see. Yes, Jose can be your PhD advisor. Sorry, I'm just reading this is the question that I'm going over right now. If you're married, if you have kids, you're more than welcome, more than welcome to come participate in the program. We can also help you get a visa for your spouse and your children, so that's not a problem also. But the thing is that you won't be able to be reimbursed for your family's fees, or the fees that are incurred by the number of children that you have, for example. Patrick also asks, do we have to base the startup in Santiago, or can we do it anywhere in Chile? You can do it anywhere in Chile, and in fact, that's really something that we're encouraging for this new round, is to have startup companies go work in the other regions of Chile, which are truly ripe with opportunities and really excited to receive Startup Chile entrepreneurs. What does the government of Chile hope to accomplish in these 6 months? Actually, it's not in the 6 months that we're doing the program. The program is actually lasting for 4 years. And the goal of the program is to convert Chile into the entrepreneurial and innovation hub of Latin America. So that's the main goal of the government. But another goal is to, by bringing foreign entrepreneurs into Chile, we hope to broaden the Chilean entrepreneurial mindset and help them think globally and be less risk averse as well. So yeah. Another question we've been receiving is, can I hire people outside of Chile? Yes, you can do that, and you can use a subsidy to pay for them as if they're contracted, just like you would in the United States or wherever you're based. To participate in Startup Chile, we ask, it's required that each startup team contributes 10% of the subsidy, basically in form of investment in your company. So that's about $4,000, and people are wondering if you have to turn in cash or you can do it in other ways. Actually, the 10% that we require from participants is in investing in your company. So if you buy a new laptop, or if you contract somebody, or if you pay, somebody's wages, or buy anything for your business that amounts to the 10% of the subsidy, that counts as well. Kenneth asks, do you want static letters of reference or contacts? Letters of reference will do just fine. Jose was asking, what do you want in the 3 minutes of video? Again, Jose, I would recommend that you read the guideline document of the application questions, because there we detail a little bit more about what we're looking for in the video. Basically, in the video, you have to pitch your project and make sure that the founders can be seen, that you do something creative, and you do something that the judges would be interested in seeing, but definitely be creative. Where was I here? Another major question that we've been receiving is if the documents and business plans are protected. Yes, they're protected by both the application platform we're using, which is called Unoodle. They're our professional business plan competition platform, and they have those guidelines on their website in the privacy section. So you can go to the actual Unoodle website and find their privacy policy there, as well as the Chilean government. We're working in the department where it's all about business plans and innovation and things like that, and there's very strict intellectual property rules as well. So your information is in safe hands. Yes, Jose, the minimum investment amount is $4,000 or $2,222,000,000. No? Pesos. It's 10% of the subsidy, and the subsidy is 22 million Chilean pesos, which amounts to approximately $4,000. And no, you don't have to transfer it to a Chilean bank. Like I said earlier, it's an investment that you make in the project. So if you provide us with a receipt saying that I bought a computer or I contracted this person to do $4,000 worth of work, that is what we're looking for. Jackson has a question. The businesses from last year that were funded by Startup Chile are still working. Actually, the businesses that are participating in Startup Chile right now are not working for the Chilean government. They're working for yourselves. The Startup Chile team, we are working for the Chilean government. But yes, they're still here. All 23 teams. Only one has left Chile so far. So, yeah. Ernest asks, will we get assistance in importing our Dutch company into the Chilean system? Yes, you get all the assistance that we can provide. So we're here to help you integrate into the Chilean economy and Chilean business and industry. So it looks like we're still having some doubts about the 10% that we require. Basically, the 10% is a portion of the subsidy that you have to show that you yourself, the founder, are making an investment into your business. So what we're looking for is showing with proof that you've invested in your company. For example, if you buy a new laptop for $2,000, you turn into the receipt to us and say, okay, I've invested $2,000 into my business. And we'll say, okay, great, so you have $2,000 left to go. So, for example, you go and hire a person for $2,000 and you say, here's the invoice for the work that the person has done amounting to $4,000. That's what we're looking for. It's not cash. It's not cash. We don't want you to arrive and say, here's my suitcase of $4,000. No. It has to be an investment in your company.
It can be gradual.
Mm-hmm.
It can be gradually.
And it can be gradual as well. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to turn in the expenses at the beginning of the project or at the end. You can do it throughout the process as well. Patrick is asking if they need to be incorporated in Chile or another company. You can be incorporated in another Chile, or you can be incorporated in another country. But if you start to make a lot of revenues in Chile, we always suggest that you incorporate in Chile, but it's not a requirement. Ernest is asking how and when we'll receive the $40,000 subsidy. Basically, you have a couple of options of how to receive the subsidy, which is being reimbursed expense by expense. So in that case, you would spend money and you would turn in the receipts and you would get reimbursed that money. Or you can turn in like a bank guarantee for I don't know, $10,000 or the full $40,000 or $20,000. Give a bank guarantee to Innova Chile and they will pass you the money and then you will be reimbursed. Ken is asking how many applications do we have so far. We're not providing that information. Sorry. You'll have to wait till the end. So there's another question that we've been receiving is, can one person submit more than one application? The answer is no. You can only submit one application per startup per round. And there's only about 5 minutes left, so if you have any questions, or actually that's the end of the presentation, so if you have any other questions, please type them in on the board and we'll go from there. Andreas, how many applications did you have in previous competitions? Well, the only other previous competition we had was in 2010 and we had about 500 applications. So workspace, yes, there is workspace that is temporary. We suggest that people find their own workspace, but we do provide 2 months of temporary office space. Andreas, can one person participate in more than one startup? No, it has to be one entrepreneur per startup per round. Yes, 2 months of office space. Can I share the rent of my house with another member? Is it better? Patrick asks, is it better if you know Spanish? Of course it's better if you know Spanish because Chile is a Spanish-speaking country. But there's actually several participants that don't know Spanish right now. But it is very recommended that you learn at least the basics. Let's see here. Chris asks, most of your companies currently seem software-based. He's asking if there is a focus towards the software field. No, there's not. It just, the amount of the subsidy and the mobility you need to come to Chile lends to the fact that many of the startups are tech-based because it's really easy just to bring your computer and connect to the internet, whereas a biotech firm would have to bring a lab, and it's just a little bit more complicated. But we don't discriminate any at all to any industry. We're looking for projects of all shapes and sizes that are global and that are innovative. Jackson asks if the connections in Chile will be specific to the industry that our business specializes in. Yeah, you can get the connections. We won't discriminate either. If you need connections for one industry, we can find those for you. And if you need connections, I don't know, to go to a party, we can get those for you too. Startup Chile is very connected, so we can get you connections into any industry that you might like to participate in. I'm just going to take 2 more questions, just to let you guys know. No, Spanish lessons are not provided.
2 months of office spaces.
So yeah. Ernest is asking if we're more focused on bootstrapping or VCs. We're focused on bootstrapping, but one of our success indicators is if the startup companies pitch their ideas to venture capitalist companies and raise money. So we also encourage that. The last question I will take. It seems like people are pretty interested in intellectual property. Like I said before, the platform through which we are conducting the application process is called Unoodle, and they are one of the leading business plan competition platforms in the world. So on their site, unoodle.com, in the privacy section, you can find their intellectual property security legal jargon. And also, like I mentioned previously, we work in the section of the Chilean government that requires intense intellectual property secrecy because we do the same thing working with a lot of business plans, and any information that we have will not be provided to any third parties. So that'll be it today. Thank you guys all for participating, and please don't forget to go over all of the documents that we've provided on the startupchile.org/apply website. On there you can find the frequently asked questions, you can find the application guidelines, and the process overview that explain a lot of these questions that are being asked. And if you have any other questions that after reading all of the material you can't find an answer to, you can always email us at info@startupchile.org. So thanks again for participating in the webinar, and we look forward to receiving your applications. Thank you. Bye.